What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another last year video. Today we're going over the new relaunch DLC chapter for last year, that being last year Afterdark. We're going to break down a few things you may not know about yet and get you all prepared for tonight when the game officially releases at midnight Eastern tonight. There's quite a few things that have changed from last year the Nightmare to now last year, well, just last year and last year Afterdark, that being the new chapter. We'll dive into some of that. Before we talk about that, I do want to talk about a giveaway, as some people are talking about. We've heard a lot already in terms of consoles and not being on consoles, and it's not fair because I don't have a PC. I hear you. I know what that feeling is like. Believe me, I'm relatively new to the PC world, but we are doing a giveaway exclusively for members right now for a gaming laptop, one that is definitely powerful enough to run things like Last Year the Nightmare, and of course we will be giving you a code for Last Year the Nightmare as well. This one is exclusively for members, so if you are a member at any dollar range, you are automatically entered. So if you're already a member, don't feel like you need to do anything. You're already good to go. You already signed up. For every dollar amount is how many times you're entered. So if you are a $5 member, you have 5 entries. If you're a $50 member, you have 50 entries. Anyone that becomes a member between now and Christmas Eve at midnight Eastern will automatically be entered. We also doing a giveaway later that will be announced probably on Twitter, so make sure you follow us Twitter @slashcast for public non-members. But we want to make sure we give back to our members as always. So it's like I said, as low as $2, you can enter this bad boy. With that out of the way, let's officially talk about last year. Let's start first with consoles. Like I just said, there's a lot of people already talking about the fact that it's not on consoles. Is it still coming? When is it coming? They did confirm that they are still working on it, but right now their main focus is creating a community on Steam, but at some point they do want to come to consoles, but they're not exactly sure when, and will not lock down a release window for us at this time. It is good that they're still working on it, but it was way back when it was said it was going to be this year. Obviously, now as we sit in December of 2019, that's just not going to happen. Hopefully, we see it in 2020 so we can build this community a little bit more. But right now, exclusively to PC and exclusively to Steam, as Discord version of the game will no longer be updated, as Discord's gaming it didn't work. Their whole launcher just did not work, so that's just completely out the window. Now the game will exclusively be on Steam starting tonight. So these DLCs, are they free? Are these new chapters free? Yes, they are. Unless there is a chapter in the future that comes with a character that has a license, like we saw back in when they were talking about Pennywise. If that were to ever happen or something along those lines, you'd probably have to pay for that chapter. But until then, all the chapters will be free. Cosmetics, at some point, they might add in some that are paid for, but right now everything is free. And upon this Steam launch, there are 0 microtransactions. To me, good thing. Microtransactions are pretty annoying. I'm assuming, though, based on the pattern they're going with right now, we're going to see like a battle pass type of thing in the future. But right now, no microtransactions. You're good to go. You got to go earn your skins and things along those lines. For me, starting a game with a lobby that is not full was something I really wanted to see, as sometimes we only have 4 players and we just want to do privately and not have to play with somebody else or in a voice chat trying to test things like that. But still, to this day, as it launches on Steam tonight, you will only be able to play if the lobby is full. This became an issue on the Discord version as it got to a point where there was seriously like nobody playing. There was a time where I would search worldwide servers and there was none. So playing a game like that when you simply can't start it if you don't have enough people can be extremely frustrating as your audience is getting smaller. But with a relaunch like this, I'm hoping that'll never be an issue again. I hope there's a ton of new players coming, and I hope it stays entertaining because of the new system of unlocking cosmetics. It will make it entertaining and keep people playing. But right now, you had to have a full lobby of 6 players to start a game, no less. So this one may be one that has been overlooked a little bit. In-game voice chat on Discord version of the game was actually, it worked relatively well. A little confusing, especially at the start because it ran directly through Discord. But now, in-game voice chat coming to the Steam version is just not a thing at all. In-game voice chat is completely gone from the game. This is a Dead by Daylight type of approach. I think it's bold. It could take away from playability and having a fun time, especially if you're playing with friends. But, of course, you could just go into a Discord voice chat and things like that with your buddies. The point of doing this was basically to make it where the killer wouldn't be able to hear you, and you had to engage quietly through typing chat, which you could still do. You could type in the game and communicate with each other, but otherwise, no voice chat. You just kind of got to hope for the best. I hear the pros to this, But I truly think that there are more cons to this than there are pros. I would prefer to be able to communicate through microphones like you would in real life. If I was in a high school locked with my buddies, I would probably not be writing on a piece of paper to tell them. You know, I would probably communicate through my voice, even if that was just whispering. But hey, it's there, and something we're going to have to adjust to when the game launches tonight. With this relaunch, the game is also coming with this new Arcanum feature, which will allow you to unlock things by using tokens that you earn in the game. The core loop is simple. Earn tokens by performing well in games, then spend your tokens in the Arcanum to unlock and buy new spells. Every classmate can equip 2 spells, and if used in-game, that spell is consumed. You can use your new tokens to either repurchase spells you enjoy using or unlock new spells to try new builds. Everyone's Arcanum may look similar, but the order spells are unlocked and is different for everyone, so we should see plenty of variety in builds immediately. So that may sound pretty familiar to you. It's a very Dead by Daylight approach, and I'm actually noticing that pretty heavily with this relaunch as they're taking some notes from Dead by Daylight, tossing it into their game, and it's not a bad idea. It's what we've seen across this horror community a lot now as these new games keep coming. So I'm just going to assume that that's the approach they'll keep taking, especially as we look at chapters and how they're going to do this unlockables and spells. That's the road they seem to be going down. It worked for Dead by Daylight. It could work for last year. We'll see how it goes. As for the new maps, there aren't really any new maps with this chapter. There will be in the future, but right now, this is a rework of the 3 maps we already had, taking that arachnophobia approach and adding spiders over the place, and it's just a complete rework of those maps. What they're hoping to do here is test how we enjoy playing them. By doing this, they're going to have a very linear and a very open map, and then one's at a combination of the two, and whichever ones we prefer is how they'll move forward with maps in the future. That's kind of how they broke it down. I get that. I suppose that makes sense. I would have liked to see a new map, as I think that is one of the biggest things to making a game replayable, is just having a lot of diversity in terms of where you're playing. Friday the 13th, for example, is where it currently is at an issue, as it's just getting old because we have the same maps over and over and over again. Dead by Daylight has a ton of variety. That adds to replayability, as you have to learn new things for every map. That's all I really have to say about that. I'm glad they at least reworked them. It's not the same thing over and over again. But new maps very soon. Please make this game even better than hopefully it is right now. So for character skins, they're taking also a little bit of a different approach. For skins, you actually have to unlock playing cards within the game. Playing cards will add to the skin. Once you get all of them, you'll be able to unlock that skin itself. To get a legendary skin, for example, you'll have to unlock it by getting 4 to 5 kills/escapes. That's simple. And now, last but not least, the big question. If you already bought the game on Discord, can you get a free key to play it on Steam? Yes, if you bought the game, you can indeed do that. Check the description below. I have a full breakdown of how to do that. But it's a relatively simple process if you have bought the game. If you won a code or were given a code through a giveaway, those codes are invalid. You have to purchase the game in order to play it on Steam now, but they are doing more giveaways in the future. But like I said, if you want to play on day one tonight at midnight Eastern, you're going to have to purchase the game yourself. But hey, at least it's not a $60 game. It could be worse. It is. I think it is kind of frustrating, though. Like, if you got a key, you've been playing the game already, and now that's just kind of been stripped from you. But, oh well. I'm sure there was no way to work around it when going to Steam. But like I said, if you already do have it purchased, check the description below. Full breakdown of how to do that. Last year officially launched tonight. We will be live roughly at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, so please join us tonight. Hopefully it's a good time. I'm really hoping, like, I have my fingers crossed here. Last year, come in clutch, make this thing happen. Let's rebuild a community. I'm looking for the best. I'd love for you to be there. Let's have a good time tonight, and make sure, let me know. Are you gonna be getting last year again for yourself? Are you excited for last year After Dark? Do you have arachnophobia? Are you scared of spiders? Let me know that as well. All right, with that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.